Welcome, my friends. Here we are on another cheap-ass beer review with Dr. Dave. Remember, though, just because it's a cheap-ass beer doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad beer and you can't drink it. It just means it didn't cost a lot of money. No doubt about that. All right, well, hey, for today's sampling pleasures and tasting delights, we have one that my grandfather drank. I remember seeing this in the refrigerator as a kid from the Genesee Brewing Company located in Rochester, New York. Now, this is their standard lager that checks in at 4.5% alcohol by volume. I remember seeing the green can too with some horses pulling a wagon. Oh, excuse me, that's been a long time ago, but you'd be stretching my memory. I can't really decode what this date stamp is on the bottom. It could be a special code from the company. I can't really figure it out, but I know that the beer distributors keep a pretty close eye on these things and they don't let them sit around for a long time. So I don't think it's an old beer by any stretch of the imagination. This is a 24-ounce can, which for the rest of the world is approximately 750 milliliter. Will the United States ever convert to metric? I always talk about that. Maybe. Not in my lifetime, unless I live to be in what was the guy's name in the Bible? I can never remember. Yeah, unless I live about 900 years, no, I don't think so. All right, for our pleasures here, we're going to use the Dr. Dave's custom designed glassware. Yeah, I designed it myself. I'm pretty proud of it. Yeah, it says Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer reviews. It's a 14-ounce glass. Oh, let me open this a little more. I don't know why these cans don't, the top sometimes it just doesn't go down all the way. All right, there we are. Yeah, I never had one of these that I can recall. I could have, but I just don't recall it. No, I just don't. Now, I did take this out of the refrigerator just a moment ago, so it is ice cold. That's where the term came from, ice cold beer, because the macro lagers, if you don't keep them ice cold, you're going to be very sorry. They're going to be so horribly sweet. I'm not going to say you can't drink them because, sometimes people, they'll swill anything. I'm not like that. I'm very particular with my beers. All right, so we did have a nice head on there, and I tried to fluff it up to no avail. It's a very light golden color. Some people would call that a pale golden. Some people would call that straw. Some people would use words I can't use here on YouTube to describe this beer. It's nicely carbonated, though. It's nicely carbonated. It's grainy and bready to me. Grainy and bready. That's um, and I'm being kind. That's the best thing I can say. And I stirred it up a little bit. That brings back the head. So let me thank the brewers at Genesee Brewing Company. Even though it's highly computerized, still a lot of labor goes into brewing the beer. So cheers to them. Cheers to you at home for watching. Well, I tell you, I was expecting a sweet beer. Yeah, because a lot of these macro lagers are just sweet tasting on the finish. This is not. I'm pleasantly surprised. I find this beer unoffensive. And when I say unoffensive, I mean it doesn't have that sweet, sugary flavor to it. It's not off putting in any way to me. I'm not going to say that you'll see this in my supermarket cart anytime soon. But if I were at somebody's backyard barbecue or backyard picnic and this is all they had, as long as it is cold in an ice chest, I'll drink it. I don't see anything wrong with the beer. Um, it's a good accompaniment, like I said, to a backyard barbecue where you have hot dogs and hamburgers on the grill, you know, some ribs, whatever. Yeah, especially for the price of this beer. This is a 24-ounce beer. 24 ounce. Here in the United States, that's two bottles of beer. Because and I'm explaining this for our viewers from other countries. Here in the United States, a bottle of beer, I don't have one sitting here. A bottle of beer is 12 fluid ounces, and this is 24 fluid ounces. So that's two beers. And this can, how much? Practically nothing. It was $1.69. We don't need a calculator to do that. That's 85 cents a beer. Now, Genesee was sold in bottles until about 2 years ago in this region, and I haven't seen Genesee in bottles for a long time. I still see a six pack of cans every now and then, but more likely than not, I see a 24 pack of cans. And I'll tell you in a minute how much that doesn't cost. I know a lot of people watching this beer review are going to think, now, how can he drink beer? How can he drink a beer that costs $6 for a 12-ounce can and he's drinking this beer and he says it's good? I don't find it offensive. As long as I don't find a beer offensive, it's good by me. And this goes good, man, with hamburgers and some French fries and onion rings. This is a good, decent beer just to wash it all down. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with this beer. I'm sorry if you want to make fun of me. I don't care. Hey, life is short if that's what you want to do. I thought I would get a little more malt in there because I get quite a bit of grain in the nose. Now, I think I neglected to say that this beer was established in 1878. And did I say it's 4.5%? I don't know because I've had too much of it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but when have you ever seen me refill my glass a couple times on a cheap ass beer review? The only thing it doesn't have, it just doesn't make that head. I gotta make it. Yeah, if it doesn't have any foam, I feel like I'm drinking a really cheesy, cheap ass beer. Although it is a cheap ass beer. But yeah, that's how a beer should be served. When you go into a bar, that's what I want to see. But anyway, let's get out my calculator real quick. I'm sorry I made this a long video. Let me get it out here. So I saw a 24 pack cans. How much do you think it was? Oh, it was 11.99. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding one bit. So always take the cost, which is 11.99, and divide it by the number of cans. Wait a minute. Come on, Dave. You put the wrong numbers in there, boy. 24. You had too much. You're cut off. It's 50 cents a can, rounded up. 50 cents a can. Come on. So my grandfather must have known something. I wonder how much it was back in those days. Yeah, we're talking about back in the 1960s. Woo, I bet it was dirt cheap. I remember he bought a six pack of, I think it was Schaefer. I think it was Schaefer, and he was complaining that the price went up. It was $1.29 for six cans. See, that's been a long time ago. It's not bad. I'm telling you. I have to give it 5 out of 5 stars. Make fun of me if you want, but I don't find this beer offensive in the least. Again, I don't think you're going to see it in my shopping cart anytime soon. But it's decent. It's decent. Hey, life is short. Let's be happy. Dr. Dave says so. Drink whatever you like. If it's Genesee or something else, you drink it. Make yourself happy. Until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. And as always, cheers.